It's time for my first Netflix movie review of 2022. Let's find out why The Wasteland is a tense thriller. The tranquil lives of a family isolated from the rest of society are disturbed by terrifying creatures testing the ties that bind them together. Welcome back, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Today we're going to talk about the new Netflix film, The Wasteland. Question of the video: what was your favorite Netflix thriller released in 2021? So The Wasteland is a Spanish horror film that had its debut at a film festival a while ago. And this film reminded me a lot of The Babadook. This family lives in a shack in the middle of nowhere, and the family consists of a mother, a father, and a child. The mother catches a glimpse of a chilling presence watching them from the horizon that edges closer to them every day. In the beginning of the film, the father explains a horror story, to his wife and his son about what had happened to him when he was younger. Something happens to the family and the father has to go off, and it leaves the mother and the son home alone in this shack in the middle of nowhere. And every day this creature is inching closer and closer to their home. And I think this film benefits from that father story in the beginning of the movie because it sets up the tone very nicely. And this creature, which we do not see for most of the film, we just feel its presence very well throughout the movie. By establishing the story and the creature and how this father reacted to it when he was younger, telling this story, we see the mother and son react to that story, and it's very, very chilling. And having this isolated home in the middle of nowhere, we see the mother react to this creature, and she sees this creature, but we don't see it. And the son is consistently scared of how his mother is handling this situation. And we're all really building up to the end of the film. And we do see the creature, and I do think that is absolutely terrifying. I was surprised with how tense this movie was by the lack of the creature within the movie. You definitely did feel its presence by the story, by the mother's reaction, how the mother and son's bond, and how it's growing throughout the film because they are trying to protect each other. So even though we don't see this creature for a majority of the movie, I still felt its presence. I still felt like it was there, and it was very, very chilling. The directing for this movie also creates that dark tone within this movie by having it in this small house in the middle of nowhere. You're really not able to go anywhere else. You just focused on this one house. How this small family is affected by this creature that feeds on fear. And as the movie goes along, the mother becomes more and more fearful of this creature. The son really has to step up and protect his mother and not be so terrified of the creature, because if he's terrified and the mother's scared, it's just going to feed on that. So The Wasteland created such a tense thriller in a very limited setting, a very small cast. I was also impressed with the costumes, the set design, the way that the film looked. It's not a film in current time. It takes place years and years ago. And since the family is very limited in what they can do or where they can go, they're really, really stuck. And the movie does feel isolated and closed off as well. So for being the first Netflix movie I have seen this year, and a Spanish horror film as well, I thought it was really tense. Very limited in what they can do, but it ultimately reminded me of The Babadook and how simple it was, but very tense as well. I really did like The Wasteland. The progression of the mother and son bond grew throughout the film. The intensity grew throughout. It just consistently remained tense and dark from beginning to end. And once we do get to the end, I felt like it was very rewarding. You got what you wanted out of the ending. It was very disturbing to watch, and I think it was ultimately a solid film. So before I give you my score for The Wasteland on Netflix, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie-related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give The Wasteland a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for The Wasteland on Netflix. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up-and-coming content in 2022. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.